Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. In the last episode, we got through the monotony that was Crescent Island, and this one, we'll start exploring level 3, Moonlit Grotto. Now, we're going to go ahead, start off by going left, and here we have a homage to the original Legend of Zelda in the form of these enemies, the pole voices. Now normally, you can use bombs to take care of them, but you can also use your harp, which makes them explode. Both methods are equally effective, but one is much more satisfying, if you know what I'm saying. Also, I think this kind of reconfirms the fact that Link isn't as great of a player as we originally thought. If he's making small, innocent animals explode after he plays, he might need to take some lessons, but I'm just saying. It's like when you give a 3-year-old a trumpet, just, ooh. I don't think so. Not very good. For the record, I do play trumpet. I've played trumpet for 7 years now, actually. Here, ooh, they're just throwing new enemies at us left and right. But before I talk about those, one of the gimmicks in this level is that there are 4 blue crystals throughout the dungeon. And now, when we break the 4, we'll get a little gift. And by gift, I mean surprise. Also, turn around. Now, these things, I believe they're called iron masks or iron faces, something to that nature. And they're actually in Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, but in Minish Cap they're a lot more aggressive. Like when they see you, they'll actually like charge on sight. And in this one, they're just, I don't know, they're just kind of derpy, to be honest. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and free this poop up to get to our second crystal. Now, okay, notice that bombs won't break the crystals. You can use your sword. You can even use seeds to break them, but you can't use a bomb. Interesting design choice, yes indeed. I think so. But anyway, something that I've really been meaning to talk about for a while is kind of like the whole reason why I decided to play Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages first instead of Seasons. Because it seems like the general consensus is that Seasons is more loved than Ages. And that's due in part to Ages being a lot more puzzle heavy than Seasons, where Seasons has a lot more action in it. But I need to make a confession. As a kid, I was never able to beat Seasons. That's right. I was able to beat the harder game, Ages, and fun fact, not only is this my first Zelda game, but it's also my very first game that I was able to beat, like, by myself. Without, like, any help from my dad or a friend, a strategy guide, because, like, at that time we didn't really have any online guides. No, this was my first game I was able to truly do on my own. Which is weird, because again, this is the harder game, and it's, well, I mean, take harder as you will, and for some people it might be easier. Actually, for me, it's easier, but generally speaking, it's harder for most people. And, I don't know, I just, specifically, there's a point in the second one where you're in the, second one, in, Seasons, where you're in the second dungeon, and there are these, like, blue log things. And for the life of me, I can never figure out how to move them. And those were the sole reason I was never able to beat the game. I'm not even kidding. I only beat Seasons, I believe like 3 years ago? Like, pretty recent, considering how long I've actually had the game. So, that's really embarrassing, to say the least. Like, ooh, I don't even know. just don't look at me. But anyway, something else that's besides the voice crack, of course. Something else that's really cool about Seasons and Ages is the linked game system. Now, basically, take my playthrough of Ages first, for example. When you beat one of the games, you will get a really long code. I think it's like 20 digits, something like that. And it's called a secret. Now what you do is when you start a new game on the adjacent game, So if I beat Ages, this would be me starting a new game on Seasons. All of your rings will carry over. You'll get an additional heart container, and then you'll unlock a new portion of the story that you couldn't get if you only played one of the games. So I mean, already that's a lot of replay value to, you know, go through these games, get as many rings as possible, and, you know, carry it over to your other game. But that's not it, because then after you beat that game, the game will give you another secret, and then you'll get to Shoo-ba-da-boop, and by Shoo-ba-da-boop, I mean take it back to the original game you beat. So in this case, I would beat Seasons, and then I'd take it back to Ages, and then you unlock a third, final, like, conclusion to the story, which ties up like all the loose ends, and I guess I won't spoil what it is, because I think I'm going to show it off by the end of this series. I definitely, if it wasn't obvious, I'm going to play through Seasons too. Probably not right after this, but maybe 2 or 3 after. Fairly soon. But after I do that, hold the phone. Guys, I knew this ring wasn't useless after. Oh, brothers! Oh, Philip and Gerald. Oh, I missed you guys. Oh my God. I missed you guys. How are you doing? How are the wife and kids treating you? Yeah, Philip, how are you doing, buddy? Let us become one. This is a beautiful thing we're sharing. No! Anyway, you know what? There is a reason for everything. I knew I needed that ring in my life. I'm so glad. Anyway, again, new enemy. These are likes, which are actually what I named the third part in Limbo after. Now, if you have a shield, unlike me, I don't have a shield, you need to be careful around these guys, because they will eat your shield, and you'll have to buy a new one. And that's never happy fun time when you have to do that. So, oh, also, it's worth, oh, dang it, I didn't time that right. Also, it's worth pointing out that basically every time you get shipwrecked, and by every time I mean the one time in the story you get shipwrecked on your way to Crescent Island, there's no way to prevent you losing your shield, and there's no Toke that just like takes it from you. It just disappears from your inventory. So in case you're like thinking, oh no, I missed a Toke back at Crescent Island. No, you just don't get a shield. There's a Deku shrub that you can buy a shield from, but honestly, you don't really need a shield in this dungeon anyway. I mean, you could use it if you wanted to, but I find myself never doing it anyway, so... Will you die? Please. Thank you. God. So anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Shields, they're a thing that happens. Shoo-ba-da-bop, shoo-ba-da-boom, shoo-ba-da-dee-da, doo-ba-doo-ba-da-boo. Bop. Bang. Also, again, I really wish bombs would work. Because, I mean, come on. That should work. If a sword and a seed can break, and a voice crack can break it, I think a freaking explosive should be able to. Anyway, we have some floating tiles, sponsored by Link to the Past. Also, I never realized or understood why they would just randomly place Zols in this room, but it actually makes sense to me, because when you break it up, the smaller ones like restrict your use of any items and make you slower. So like, I don't know, before I just thought like the developers were just like, oh, let's just put some enemies, I guess, to make it more challenging tiles. But it actually makes sense now. Now you may be thinking, oh, how did you just make that bush fly across the screen? Well, you know those beetles that hide under grass? They are everywhere in here, and they will ambush your butt. Oh, God, get just like that. Very reminiscent of a certain mod for a certain game. Ooh. Man, I wish I could play that game so bad. Ooh. Anyway, that was not what I was expecting. I thought we'd get a small key or something. Anyway, though, we're coming across something very important. Okay, now be careful of these moldrums. And actually, okay, I'm a pretty big Zelda junkie, so like I know a lot of names of like enemies and people and locations and music and whatnot. But for the life of me, I have no idea what these yellow guys are called. Now, if you can't tell, they basically mirror your movement, so be careful when dealing with them, or you'll run into them. Again, that's not happy fun time. But with that, we just got the item from the dungeon, or Josh Jepson would say, the dungeon from the item. Ooh. In case you couldn't read, and in case you are challenged, the seed shooter, wait for it, shoots seeds. Dun da da da. Plot twist. That's right. Oh, actually, we need to go right. Now, if you remember back from, I believe it was, yeah, last part, I was talking about scent seeds and how they're pretty much useless except for ammunition. I was talking about the seed I can't say words with seed in it, can I? Or maybe it's just like SE words in general. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Anyway, again, scent seeds are pretty dang useless, except for using them in the seed shooter. Now, I mean, you can use any kind of seed, but personally, I feel it's kind of a waste to have to use ember seeds when scent seeds are just kind of sitting there anyway. So with that, we broke our 4th crystal, and we're going to experience Link's full burrito experience. Never mind, no we're not, I forgot the other crystal. Don't listen to me, I am talking about nonsense. Nonsense. Snarf, snarf. Snarf, 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 snarf. That wasn't the right way. Hold on. I'll meet you guys back at where I'm supposed to go. Oh, actually, I guess it was right here. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh. Oops, okay. As a side note, when I was going around here, I believe what you're supposed to actually, god dang it. You're supposed to go up before you, like, go back to, like, the central room. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second, if I just confused you with my beauty. Ooh. I do love to confuse with some beauty. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, you take these stairs up here. And we have the final crystal. Okay. Sorry about that. I probably should have taken care of that before I did anything else. Whoops! Whoops-a-daisy! Anyway, we got to experience the full Link burrito experience, and you made me think, oh no, the turntable, where could it go? It's just replaced it. Oh, I don't know. We find out if we chop down to the bottom of the sea and we say, hi, howdy do. It's there. You're welcome. I just enlightened you. We'll go ahead, go down, and take care of some beautiful, beautiful mountain. I said mountain people. I meant to say metal mask people. If someone could please explain how that is related in any way, shape, or form, that would be most appreciated. Oh, no. I need... I was looking at my seed shooter, and I was like, oh, I need to get this in. Oh, I need to get... Oh, dang it. I don't even know. I just had a really weird moment in my head where it just, like, wasn't registering what was going on. I don't even know. Again, if someone could, like, just explain what's happening up there in my noodle, that'd be much appreciated. Because I can't tell you. I don't know. But anyway, I say that's a pretty good chunk of this dungeon for this part, so I think that'll be it for the day. Thanks for watching me play, and I will see you guys in the next part. Hopefully, we'll take down the bowels and get our next middle school joke, if it is one. Anyway, see you guys later. Boom.